everyone, my name is Chrissy. Welcome to my channel. I'm doing this still a Booktube Newbie tag. I was tagged by Jen from Iffer's Inklings. I will be linking her video down in the description below. This was originally created by Rachel from Book Junkie. I will also link her video down in the description below too. And so, let's get started. Number 1, why do you still consider yourself a newbie? I still consider myself a newbie because my channel is less than a year old. That's really it. Number 2, who are some of your greatest inspirations for joining Booktube? Pretty much anyone who has a small Booktube channel was my inspiration for joining Booktube. I didn't know whether or not I would join or whether I'd be, I don't want to like quote unquote successful, not so much in numbers, but whether I would be able to have videos that people would even be interested in watching at all. And so far I've managed to trick quite a few people, so aha. But yeah, anyone who had a smaller Booktube channel who didn't immediately talk about YA is probably the people who were my greatest inspirations for joining. Number 3, what surprised you the most after joining Booktube? This kind of plays into that inspiration for joining is I was surprised by the amount of booktubers who were over the age of 30 and also who didn't primarily read YA. Like maybe they did, but they also read all these other things as well. So that was a pleasant surprise because when you first join into Booktube, because of YouTube algorithms and all that kind of stuff, you end up running into a lot of very young faces and a lot of people who have content of YA. That tends to be the majority of booktubers that are out there and the majority of people who watch Booktube. At least that's in my mind. That's not a bad thing at all, and that's great. But at the same time, if you're interested in something else, it can get a little bit discouraging if you're trying to look for people who do adult literature, or if you're trying to find people who do things like high fantasy reviews, or science fiction, or mystery, thrillers, those kind of things. It can get a little bit disconcerting, or not disconcerting. It can get a little bit discouraging because you just don't see that as prominent and to the forefront. So it was a nice surprise when I saw just how many people were talking about things that weren't necessarily YA. Number 4, what lessons have you learned since joining Booktube? It's hard to describe it as lessons. I've learned a lot from Booktube, but more in the sense that I've learned not so much lessons, just information. Like there's a lot of people who will do very informative book discussions and book reviews and deep dives, and that I've learned a lot from. So I already knew how to read critically. I had to do that for many years, and getting back into reading critically has been interesting, and I've learned from people who do that in their channels as kind of a reminder of how to do that. So that's been nice. Not really too much else. I mean, I could say how to make friends, but next question, what fears do you still have about your channel? I'm utterly fearless. The fear that I have for my channel is that one day I'm going to pick my teeth in front of the camera, and that while I'm editing, I forget to take that out of the footage. And then it's just there for everyone to see. And then people will probably download it. And so that if I ever try and run for office or anything, guess what's going to be up on a billboard? Christina picking her teeth on camera. The next question, what kind of content would you like to create that you haven't yet? Vlogs are, I think, one of the primary things I haven't done that I would like to do. That's probably going to be for August because that's when Boobanicon happens, and I'd like to do a vlog of me attending Boobanicon. But otherwise, I don't really have any pressing need to do it, and I want to get a really good camera before I do. Number 7, who have been some of your greatest supporters of your channel? So Joe has been a phenomenal supporter of my channel. He is just very encouraging and very supportive. Lucifer from Argyle Dinosaur, Amy from Amy Gets Lit. Amy has been there for me and my channel since I think very close to when I started, and so she's been there for a long time. Then Sasha from Well Read and Half Dead, Carissa of Carissa Quinn, Jamie from Jamie Reads, Cami from Cami's Corner, all those ladies who I've been talking to throughout these last couple months have been a phenomenal support. there are probably people that I'm missing. Literary Labors has been a good supporter. I feel like this question is one to get you in trouble, because to see your memory of who exactly has been there for your channel, there's been a lot of people. There's been a phenomenal amount of people. If you've commented or if you have just viewed my channel, you are a supporter and you are fantastic, and I love your face. I feel like I stole that from Philly DeFranco. Sorry, man. Sorry. But I enjoy people who engage with me in the comment section below. I could probably make a very long list of people who I have been in contact with in engagement, and who have been fantastic and supportive and wonderful. I feel like that list though would inevitably, I would forget someone, and then I'd feel like absolute. And the last question, the last thing I also think is meant to get you in trouble. It's tag your faves. This is just asking me to forget someone, and who is like some poor person is going to be watching this and be like, I thought I was her fave. I feel like that's what that question is too. Anyway, really what I'm going to come down to is, I know that there's been a lot of people who have done this tag. If you are interested in doing this tag, by all means do so. Link the video you do down in the comments, and I'll go check it out. But otherwise, if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you like seeing this face talk about books, hit that subscribe button. And as always and forever, may you get lost in the book.